Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show, Red Pill Edition. My name is Leon Jones. And in this segment, I'm going to talk about the panic and fear from the coronavirus. So the name of this video is going to be the coronavirus has created fear and panic in America. The coronavirus has created fear and panic in America. Now, why am I bringing this topic to the table? Well, this is just my experience with dealing with American people of today. And many American people today look at everything from a feelings standpoint. Furthermore, most American people today have been deceived, and they live in this political correct world. And this political correct world was created to make the downtrodden feel good. Now, you might ask me, what does it have to do with the coronavirus? It has a lot to do with the coronavirus. Why? Because a number of these people are very weak-minded. They're gullible. They believe anything that they see on TV, and they don't research. And black people are really big for this because, for the most part, they're either going to utilize this coronavirus and put religion into it, or they're going to believe what the mainstream media has said. Now, there's some black YouTubers like myself who understand science, but most of us don't. Because on black YouTube, many of the brothers are interested in drama. And in the black sector, drama gets a lot of clicks and views. Now, I'm going to point out to you why you shouldn't panic over this coronavirus. It's very simple. First of all, you have to let the officials do their jobs. And I'm talking about the staffs who work in science and health. Also, I don't care who is president. The government cannot save you. It's not the government's job to save you. It's the government's job to protect your rights. And the government is doing everything that they can with the resources that they have. Now, with that being said, there are too many people who are misinformed. They panicked, they went out, and they bought the stores they bought the stores when they were full of toilet paper. So they bought all the toilet paper out. Hand sanitizer is gone. And with this panic, what can eventually happen is scams. There may be somebody out there trying to take your money, and you have to be very, very careful. Now, with that being said, understand this. The coronavirus is a virus. Now, if you keep yourself hygienically clean by using some Deo for your BO, washing your ass every day, washing your hands, and I'm saying this, you might be laughing. I work for the state of Indiana, and I've seen a few people leave the bathroom after they took a shit and pissed and didn't wash their hands. Shit like that is what passes germs from people to other people. And at the end of the day, you have to look at it. The coronavirus started in China. It's here in the United States. There are a very small number of cases here in the United States compared to China. I mean, China has, 6 billion people compared to 330,000 people in the United States. But too many individuals in the United States are getting very hysterical for nothing. I've seen many of them walk out with masks on their face like we are living in a plastic bubble here. Listen, we've had other viruses before. E. coli, swine flu, the bubonic plague, smallpox. They were dealt with. And I want to give you this information. This is also going to be dealt with. Do you know, with all the panic going on with this flu, because that's what it is, they haven't cured the flu, the normal flu yet. And the temperatures this winter, I know for the Midwest, where I live, have been fluctuating. January and February are generally the coldest months of the year. But we saw 40s, 50s, 30s. That's what causes people to get sick. Also, you have to dress properly. You have to eat properly as well. Eat green, leafy vegetables. Now, I say eat green, leafy vegetables because they will clean you out and they're very good for you with the nutrients. But when it comes to this virus here, if you are pretty healthy, you might suffer some symptoms like a sore throat or coughing. The people you have to look at are the elderly. Many of them who are in nursing homes. Many of them who have had a lot of health problems, like upper respiratory infections. These are the ones that are at a higher risk. But at the end of the day, too many of you individuals aren't doing any research. See, the objective of the CDC is to give you the information. Yes, there are going to be tests out there. There may be even a vaccine. But that vaccine, from my point of view, is going to be the coronavirus itself. And what they're going to do is inject you with it, just like they do a flu shot, so you become immune to the coronavirus and you won't get it, as long as you do the corrective measures with your health. Now, I got a video from a sister of Lysol. Lysol had the coronavirus in it. And the video was at a Walmart. I don't know what a Walmart was, but they removed the cans of Lysol off the shelves. Now, if you look at the can of Lysol, Lysol is good for disinfectant. So, with that being said, nobody panicked. Do you know why nobody panicked? Because nobody reads. And at the end of the day, if you don't read, information is going to go over your head. Now, I wanted to do this video just to keep individuals at ease. I was supposed to do the single mother part 3, but I decided to put that video off until next week because this is very important. Because with this coronavirus, there's another thing that's taking place. You have some of your Democratic candidates running for president, and they're politicizing this coronavirus. And when they're doing that, they can say, well, Donald Trump didn't do a good job taking care of this coronavirus. Well, this virus isn't something that Donald Trump could control. I don't care if Obama was in office, he wouldn't be able to control it either. It's something that came from another country. And with Bernie Sanders, you think about him, he's a socialist. He said if he was president, he wouldn't even close the borders. So guess what? If you don't close the border, you're going to have folks come in and they're going to bring the virus, and it's going to cause a chain reaction with all the citizens who are in this country. And at the end of the day, when you are hearing candidates politicize this virus so they can get in office, you shouldn't vote for that candidate. And if you look at it, could this be a hoax? It could be. We might be making more of it than we should be making more. Oh, let me correct myself. We might be making a mountain out of a mole. One never knows, because the economy was pretty good. But on the Democratic side of the House, they couldn't win any elections, except they won the House seats in 2018. After that, they put a potential Supreme Court justice on trial for a long time by utilizing a woman. That didn't work with her. She was all over the place. They tried to use the impeachment with Donald Trump. That was all over the place. That didn't work. So, being that this is an election year, the Democrats could be taking one last gasp to try to sink the economy. Now, why would they want to do that? Because if the economy is bad, then Trump gets blamed for a bad economy. Now, there's some people that believe, who believe that if the economy stays the way it is, Donald Trump will lose. I beg to differ. Because when it comes to Americans, we can get through anything. And everybody's talking about this virus, but think about this. We've gone through hurricanes, gone through tornadoes, E. coli, swine flu, the AIDS virus, and there are other viruses out there. Now, I will say this: no amount of medicine is going to ever cure anything. It just relieves the symptoms. And we speak so highly of this coronavirus like it's something we never seen before. We might have not seen something like this, but we've seen viruses before. One thing you all fail to realize is this. Look at the common cold. There is no cure for the common cold. There is no cure for allergies. But yet, we go through the day, through the years, and we have no problem doing our day-to-day tasks as long as we follow what the doctor tells us. You look at the AIDS virus. That was big in the 80s. You think people are worried about AIDS now? I don't think so, but it's still out there. Look at cancer. I don't care how much remission you get, people still die of cancer. Why? Because there's no cure for cancer. And at the end of the day, when it comes to cardiovascular disease, is there a cure for that? Not really. But can you stop or prevent cardiovascular disease? Yes, you can. But when it comes to diseases like strokes and cardiovascular diseases and diabetes and even obesity, that's something that's hereditary. Came from your family. You have to look deeply into your family history to find out what kind of risk you had when it comes to heart disease, obesity, cardiovascular disease, strokes, diabetes, so you can live a longer life. Now, this virus is not going to be cured overnight. There are going to be tests. Now, are tests really free? I don't think so. You're going to have to pay for it utilizing insurance. And this is why you cannot listen to everything that the media says. And see, because we live in a society with weak-minded people, when the word free is told to them, they believe it. Nothing is free. Somebody is paying for it. And the test is only to see if you have symptoms of the coronavirus. Now, something else could happen because so many people are panicking. We could be under a 4-week quarantine, which, if that ever happens, the first time in my life, I would see martial law. That means they would put the federal military in place to police the state and the cities. But while you all are watching TV and panicking and running to the store, emptying all the toilet tissue and the hand sanitizer out, you still aren't prepared. And why aren't you prepared? Because you didn't care what was going on. You lived your regular lives. Again, you were living your regular lives like nothing was going to take place. Now, see, the reason why I'm not fazed is because I'm prepared. I read. And in the black sector of YouTube, I hope more people take time to do some videos. Now, I listen to Brother Reg, and shout out to you, Brother Reg, for taking your stand. But I'm going to take my stand because I'm going to put a little more science behind what I do instead of listening to the mainstream media. See, if you come over to my Mind the STEM channel, I give you information on biochemistry. I'm going to talk about bacteria because there are good bacterias out there. But something else that you can use to sanitize your hands. Some of you may laugh at me. Get some apple cider vinegar. Something very acidic will clean your hands. If you're washing dishes, add a little bleach to your dishwashing soap because the chlorine will kill some of that bacteria. Now, why do I say that? Well, being a civil engineer myself and working at water treatment plants, you know that drinking water that you have? Do you know why it's good? Because they chlorinate it. That's how they treat it. Chlorination. And they do pH tests on it to see if it is drinkable. But at the end of the day, I'm throwing a lot of examples at you because too many of us have gone off the deep end by having fear. Look, this isn't the first virus. It's not going to be the last one. Heck, you go into the hood every day. You got more of a chance of getting shot than you would having this coronavirus. Nobody seems to do anything about that. You have a chance on your way home from work of getting into an automobile accident. Now, what does that have to do with the coronavirus? Has everything to do with the coronavirus, because those are also risks that are part of life. And when you deal with any virus, any sickness, the best thing to do is properly treat it. Now, the virus has done some damages to the economy. Because living in the Indiana area, the Big Ten tournament was supposed to take place in Indianapolis. And this is how out of control people are with this coronavirus. The NBA is canceled. The XFL is canceled. Some of the schools have canceled classes until the end of March, and they're going to run courses online. You have races being canceled, but there's some things that are open. Now in California, Disneyland is closed, but in Florida, Disneyland is open. Now, why am I saying that? And also Walmart's open, and Kroger is open. Well, there's some individuals who are still trying to make money. And I really think that this coronavirus temporarily has hurt the economy. But the economy will bounce back because you have a number of individuals out here who do not want their money affected because money drives the economy. And at the end of the day, when it comes to a virus like the coronavirus, many of us don't know what it is. But I will tell you, some of the symptoms are coughing, sore throat. It's a virus. And with the flu, you have a small amount of people or a small number of people who die of the flu every year. It's going to happen. But if you look at places like China, China has so many people living on top of each other. Some of the cities in China have as much population as the state of California. And when you have people living amongst one another, I guarantee you have some individuals who have poor hygiene. And that's why we always tell you, keep your hands clean. I used to work in the food industry. And when people didn't keep their hands clean, and I was managing a restaurant, they wouldn't be working because germs get passed around every day. You can even wash your hands when you come out of the bathroom, and if you touch the doorknob, particularly in a public place, you have the propensity to catch something. You have a number of individuals who sneeze, they don't blow their nose, they don't wipe their nose. You have a number of people who don't cover their mouths when they cough. But at the end of the day, we have to stop being so livid. Some of us sound like hypochondriacs. See, if a number of you had gotten yourselves prepared, you wouldn't be worrying. But many of you look at the media too much. The media is definitely fearing right now. And some of that fear-mongering, again, has me skeptical, particularly when it comes to politics. Because I know there's some people who believe in a one world government. Well, that won't work. You tear the economy down, then you control the masses of people if you have all the money. Now, also, you have to look at some inside information that I got. Some of these banks liquidating assets. Now, what some people don't know, you look at Steve Bannon's site. He used to be an advisor for Donald Trump, helped Donald Trump run his campaign. He knew about this back in November, and I knew about it as well. But most of us, we were asleep at the wheel. We're in our own little world. And when you get caught with your pants down, that's when you panic. And there are a lot of us who are panicking. Again, the coronavirus is here, but it hasn't affected most of us. So as an individual, you have to do your part. Keep yourself clean. if you run out of toilet tissue, use paper. Use a cloth. Especially you ladies out there, because you have inner parts that you have to get clean. And we men, we have one inner part, our booty hole. But at the end of the day, it's about keeping yourselves clean. And of course, ladies have a booty hole as well. They have a vagina. Always want to keep yourself clean. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Too many of us are running around looking like zombies. And this is what happens when you don't prepare. I mean, I've had people tell me, you need to get cans of soup. You need to get cans of tuna fish. I have all that. I even have MREs, meals ready to eat, that I ordered a long time ago from Amazon. I'm never going to be hungry. So, one of the first things that you all should do is do more research. Get on the website for the Center of Disease Control. See, the more you watch the mainstream media, because the mainstream media is always going to spin everything. And I believe that some of this is media driven. And if the hierarchy wants to control the masses, which part of the masses are they going to control? The weak-minded masses. These are the ones with all the hysterical, emotional outbursts, emotional proactiveness going on by running to the store and all the panic. It's not going to do you any good. What you have to do is understand that every year, before this coronavirus came to effect, we were still getting sick. And the people that have it the worst are the elderly and the impoverished people. And see, when you don't take care of your health, you're prone to sickness. This is why they always say, eat right, sleep right, stay proactive. Stress is another killer. We haven't found a cure for stress. And we're told stress kills a lot of people every year. I don't have the numbers, but I'm breaking this out to you because even though we have the coronavirus, still going to have crime around us, still going to have the flu around us, allergies, we're still going to have heart attacks, we're still going to have diabetes, we're still going to have obesity. Also, let's say if the coronavirus goes into the summer, what else happens? Hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes. How are you going to handle that? And many of us who have been in hurricanes and tornadoes have handled it well. We didn't panic. We knew what to do. This just should be a lesson to be vigilant. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get anywhere by panicking. Again, I just said it before. It is what it is. You can only play your part. But stop listening to the media. Because I know if the economy tanks, Trump could lose. He could also win. And remember also, on a political front, House and Senate seats are up. And I don't care what's going on. When the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus, that looks suspect to me. And we have people like Bernie Sanders. He thinks he can do it better. He'll make it worse because he's never going to close the border. He said it. So you have a lot of individuals who are going to use this issue against President Trump. It's not even Trump's fault. And even if Obama was in office, it's not it wouldn't be his fault either. It's no one's fault. It's something that just happens. You have to get more science, more research out there, get more testing, and find a vaccine. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that overnight. But at the end of the day, stay hydrated and stay proactive in your personal hygiene. If you do that and be more vigilant, you won't have any problems. So please, stop all the emotional hysteria. It is what it is. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. Also, check out the Mind of STEM channel. Now, on that channel, I give you a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. And I'm going to go more into biology and chemistry regarding the coronavirus and other viruses on that channel. You can also check me on Blog Talk Radio. Have a show every weekend. I'm doing a Machiavellian Maxims. This is Machiavellian Maxim, I believe it's number 5. But I do have a call-in number. It's 215-383-5785. Now, if you can't find me on YouTube or any of my Blog Talk Radio shows, you can always find me on Twitter and Facebook. You can always email me as well. Now, my information I'm giving to you is free. I do have a Patreon, but I haven't set it up, and I don't think I'm going to set it up for a while. So, you got all the information, and I just want to share this with you. Be blessed for what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have. Always know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And to share this, I did this video so everyone would be put at ease because I care. Many of us don't know what's going on, but the people who do know what's going on, it's our job to share. But it's your job as an individual who don't know what's going on to do research for yourself, because knowledge is power. And that concludes this video. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. You have a wonderful and blessed afternoon. I'm out.